Do you ever wonder why history just keeps hitting repeat? Why we tear down one tyrant, only to build a monument to a new one, who promised to set us free? We read the news. We watch the movies. We point our fingers at the dictators, the greedy CEOs, the corrupt politicians, and we tell ourselves this comforting little lie, that they are bad people, that they were born with a rotten core. That we, of course, we are different. We're the good ones. If we had that power, we'd do it differently. We'd be fair. We'd be just. What a naive illusion. A convenient bedtime story so we can ignore the truth. The truth is, the problem was never bad people. The problem is power itself. Power is a tumor. It is not a neutral tool. It is a parasite. It starts small, harmless, a minor promotion, a little authority, a special keycard, the title team lead. The admin writes to a group chat. It seems benign, but it starts to grow. It invades the healthy tissue of your conscience. It presses on the nerve of your empathy until it goes completely numb, and it does it faster than anything you can imagine. It doesn't reveal who you are. It changes who you are. Let's forget the tyrants in the history books. Forget the Roman emperors and the 20th century dictators. Those are lazy examples. They're too far away. Let's talk about normal people. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about me. Let's talk about your neighbor, your manager, your father, your mother. Let's talk about Kevin. Kevin was the best colleague I ever had. He was the guy who made the coffee for the whole office. He was the guy who covered for the new hires when they screwed up. He hated management, called them vampires, said they didn't understand the work. He said if he were in charge, things would be different. He'd listen, people would be respected, and then Kevin got promoted. Team lead. We cheered for him. We genuinely believed this was a good thing. First month, Kevin still made the coffee. Second month, he started using words like optimization and efficiency. Third month, he was holding closed-door meetings. His voice changed. The way he looked at us changed. We weren't the team anymore. We were resources. We were personnel. We were overhead. 6 months later, Kevin fired Dave. Dave, his best friend at the company. The guy he'd worked with for 5 years. The reason? Restructuring for greater efficiency. I looked into Kevin's eyes that day. It wasn't Kevin talking, it was the team lead. His eyes were cold, not cruel. Worse, his eyes were empty. He was performing a function. He was cutting a cost. He had dehumanized his best friend to justify the action. The tumor had metastasized. Kevin, the good guy, was gone. All that was left was a system. And Kevin, its agent. You think Kevin is an exception? You think he was just weak? No, he's the rule. Look at the Stanford Prison Experiment, 1971. Professor Philip Zimbardo, he wanted to see what happens when you put good people in a bad situation. He took 24 college students, all psychologically healthy, stable, normal, good people. He flipped a coin. Half became prisoners, half became guards. Just a game, right? Just a 2-week simulation in the basement of the psychology department. Zimbardo gave the guards uniforms, and most importantly, mirrored sunglasses, the perfect tool of dehumanization. The prisoners couldn't see their eyes, and the guards couldn't see their own eyes in the reflection. Day 1. It was awkward. The guards didn't know what to do. The prisoners laughed at them. Day 2. Just 36 hours later, everything changed. The guards, these good students, started to truly play the part. They woke the prisoners up at 2 in the morning for roll calls that lasted 4 hours. They made them do push-ups while stepping on their backs. They took away their mattresses. They threw them in the hole, a tiny, dark closet. They made them clean toilets with their bare hands. These young men, guys who days earlier were probably debating philosophy and going on dates, they turned into creative sadists. They invented new forms of psychological torture. They turned the prisoners against each other. They controlled every second of another person's life. And the scariest part, they enjoyed it. They felt powerful. They felt like they were doing a good job. And the prisoners, the other good students, they broke. They didn't say, I want to quit the experiment. They said, Mr. Guard, can I please have parole? They accepted their roles. They became submissive, depressed. They lost their identities. They were numbers. 819, 725. The system swallowed them. But there's one more layer. The darkest one, Zimbardo himself. the scientist, the objective observer. He got swallowed too. He wasn't just the reason. He appointed himself prison superintendent when one prisoner had a complete mental breakdown, sobbing and begging to be released. What did Zimbardo say? He didn't say, "Okay, the experiment is over." He said, "You can't leave. You've been bad." It was only when his girlfriend, a fellow academic, came to visit the prison and was horrified by what she saw. She said, "Philip, what are you doing to these boys?" Only when challenged by an outsider to the system, did Zimbardo snap out of it. He had become part of the tyrannical machine he created. He prioritized his prison over human compassion. The experiment was supposed to last 2 weeks. It had to be stopped after just 6 days. Because Zimbardo realized, good people don't exist when power is introduced. There is only the system, and the roles it assigns. Power doesn't just corrupt the person holding it, it corrupts the person who created it. We shudder when we hear that story. We think, how awful, but we still hold on to that lie. I would never be like that. Really? Are you sure? Have you ever been the admin of a small group chat? A forum? A Discord server? Have you ever felt that tiny itch when someone disagrees with you? That little jolt of satisfaction when you hit the mute or ban button? You don't argue. You just erase them. You justify it. They broke the rules. They were being toxic. But be honest. Deep down, you did it because you could. It's a microdose of an opiate. A tiny hit of power. You are the lord of your tiny digital kingdom, and it feels good. Now multiply that feeling by 1,000,000. You have an army, you have a nation. Do you understand? The mechanism is identical. We don't even need the office or the prison. Go to any family. Look at the father, the mother, people who love their children unconditionally. But they are also the first tyrants we ever meet. Do it, because I said so. Don't talk back. I know what's best for you. It's not about wisdom. It's about control. It's the laziness of power. Teaching, explaining, persuading, that's hard work. Giving an order, that's easy. Power always takes the path of least resistance. When a 5-year-old asks why, and the father replies, "Because I'm your dad." That is the Stanford experiment playing out at the dinner table. No sunglasses, no batons. But the power structure is absolute. The father is the guard. The child is the prisoner. And the child learns their first lesson. Justice doesn't matter. Logic doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is who is in charge. Love gets twisted into a tool of compliance. That good father, the man who works hard to provide for his family, is unconsciously planting the seeds of tyranny, because he can't resist the convenience of his own absolute power, even at the smallest scale. That's the tumor. It starts with, "Because I said so." It grows into it's just a policy. It metastasizes into those are the orders. It ends with restructuring for efficiency. It ends with cleaning toilets with your bare hands. The logic is the same. Dehumanization. That is the key. Power gives you the license to do it. It's a shield that blocks your view of another person's humanity. To Kevin, Dave wasn't a friend. He was a headcount. To the Stanford guards, the prisoner wasn't a student. He was number 8. To a CEO, the workers aren't people. They are cheap labor. To a general, the civilians aren't lives. They are collateral damage. Once you dehumanize someone, you can do anything to them. You can exploit them, torture them, erase them, and you sleep just fine. Because you didn't harm a person, you just managed a problem. You still think you're immune, don't you? You're still sitting there, smug, thinking your moral compass is made of stainless steel, that you're the hero of your own story. I ask you this. The core question, what if you had power? Not a little admin power, not team-led power, but absolute power. Like the myth of the ring of Jiggies. A ring that makes you invisible. You could do anything. Kill, steal, manipulate, and never get caught. No consequences, no one to judge you. Just you and your desires. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure, 100%, that you wouldn't use it for yourself? You wouldn't get revenge on the person who bullied you in high school. You wouldn't take the money from the bank to pay off your mortgage. You wouldn't silence the person who publicly criticizes you. At first, maybe you'd do good things. You'd punish the wicked. You'd help the poor. You'd become Batman, but then the lines start to blur. You decide who is wicked. You decide who is worthy of help. You become the judge, the jury, and the executioner. You start to shape the world in your image. And anyone who doesn't fit, anyone who gets in the way, becomes a problem that needs to be solved. Are you sure you wouldn't become the very tyrant you've always hated? Here is the brutal truth. We hate tyrants, not because we love freedom, but because, deep down in our subconscious, we're jealous. We are jealous of their freedom, the freedom to do whatever they want. Power is a poison with no antidote. You cannot wield it responsibly, it wields you. It finds the smallest cracks in your ethics, your insecurity, your laziness, your craving for validation, and it plants its roots there. It whispers in your ear that you are special, that you deserve this, that the rules don't apply to you, that the ends justify the means. The problem is not character. The problem is the system. Just give any normal person, a good person, like you, a little bit of power, and a system that justifies its use, and you will see just how fast the instinct to control, to dominate, and to dehumanize will rise to the surface. So, the next time you see your boss make a cold-hearted decision, the next time you see a politician tell a bold-faced lie, the next time you see someone abusing their tiny bit of authority, don't just get angry. Don't just feel morally superior. Be afraid. Because you are not looking at a monster. You are looking in a mirror. You are seeing what happens when that tumor, the one we all carry inside of us, begins to metastasize. Thanks for watching until the end. What was your favorite part? Please let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss my future content. Your support is my biggest motivation. Thank you all so much.